Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today is honestly really exciting because we are prepping for a vendor event literally tomorrow. Oh my god. And I am just here to show you the real, the raw, literally everything behind the scenes right now because I just feel like I have not filmed a video like this in a very long time. It is Friday today. It is April 11th. And tomorrow is the 5th annual On Your Crown. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really anxious. I'm really nervous because I am setting up my vendor table, but I'm also doing another lip gloss workshop. And then I am going to be doing the keynote speaker speech segment. And honestly, like, I've just never done anything like this before. So I am just having all the feels, right? It's currently 11:37 and I'm just now like getting a move on it for the day. But last night, I don't know what happened, y'all. I think just like everything that I have going on right now, like I'm really kind of throwing myself out on the deep end in more ways than one. And I think my anxiety really caught up to me yesterday, which is so crazy because we were having a good day. Like there was nothing, like I wasn't spiraling, you know. Usually I'll like crash out, I'll spiral, and then like I'll just be anxious for the rest of the night and not be able to sleep. But like yesterday was such a good day, very productive, got a lot of stuff done, and then we went out to dinner with my parents, and honestly everything was all well and good. We sat here and watched TV, and then when it was time for us to go to sleep, I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I felt that like tight chest feeling of just like stress, you know. So I don't know what happened there, but I didn't really get a good night's sleep, so I kind of gave myself a little bit of grace this morning because again, it's gonna be a really long day today. Tomorrow is gonna be an even longer day, and I just don't want to be overexerting my body, you know what I mean? So give yourself grace. That's the first little tidbit of tea for this morning. Speaking of tea, I am gonna start out with my lemon ginger tea for today. Oh, smells so good, y'all. We'll just chat for a little bit before we really get into this, but I have not had a voice for the past 2 weeks. So me and Babe went to Ohio, which y'all either have seen that video already or is coming directly after this one. We went to Ohio. That's an annual thing that we are, you know, gonna do obviously, but we went to Ohio, y'all, and the first day I woke up and literally had no voice, and it was so bad because it's like, this is my second time going to Ohio. I did actually get to meet a couple of people that I didn't get to meet the first time that we went. So it's like Cam's on his world tour to like go see his family that he hasn't seen in a long time. But I'm also on a world tour because everybody now knows about me and they want to meet me. And obviously it's just like, there's going to be questions, there's going to be conversations, like talking, it's just constant talking, right? And I'm like, I feel so bad, like I can't even speak, you know what I mean? And it's just really crazy. But I tried really hard to like push through that, and that obviously only made it worse. So my voice literally was completely gone by the end of the trip. Whatever it is with your voice, y'all, it takes forever for your voice to come back. Like I feel like even right now, even though I just got up, you know, and this is my first time speaking today and I haven't had my tea yet, warm up the vocal cords and everything, but I just still feel like my voice is not 100%. And that is also something that really stressed me the hell out. Like this is my first keynote speaking engagement and I barely have a freaking voice. That's crazy talk. Crazy. So that's another thing that has been kind of weighing on me mentally. But yeah, we're doing the best that we can. We're showing up as we can. I'm still trying to figure out my full outfit. I know that I want to wear my crochet skirt that I have, and I tried it on yesterday and it fits, which is good because baby, this body, we have been gaining pounds. Okay, we have been eating too good, too much, too often, too whatever. The body is gaining pounds constantly. Like it's a consistent, like every so often we're gaining like 2 pounds, and honestly cannot continue to happen. So I was over here freaking out like, is the skirt still gonna fit? Because I haven't worn it since last year for my birthday, which is honestly crazy. So yeah. I didn't even think about that because I wore the purple one. I'm talking about the purple crochet skirt, which I wore last year for my birthday sip and stitch that we did. But I also made a black skirt for myself last year that I wore for the photos and then for our chateau dinner that we did, our tasting room and dinner that we did. I didn't even try the black skirt on. I wanted to wear purple because obviously purple is the color, like the brand color or whatever, and it's like more springy and everything, and the purple one fits. But I just didn't know what top I wanted to wear with it. So long story short, I'm still in the process of figuring out my outfit as well, which is honestly crazy. So I just wanted to pick up the camera and kind of take y'all through my day today, because it's going to be a lot of just, yeah, woo, we're going to be like this. So first things first, yesterday I did charge up my card reader. So I have this card reader, which is really awesome. It takes tap. It also takes chip, so you can insert a chip right here. It takes Apple Pay. Like, it's so awesome to have. I will link this down below for y'all. I did order it off Amazon and it connects to Square. I can connect this straight to my website through POS, and I can either take payments for custom amounts, or I can literally scroll down my website and like click on things that I have on the site, add it to the cart, and then they can tap to pay that way. So I usually don't do it that way anymore, but in the past it was honestly really beneficial for stuff like my hookahs and just like my lip liners and stuff, like stuff that actually had a set stock. Like usually my lip glosses and like beanies and stuff, I keep some of those items open because it's like, okay, this is handmade, like I can make this to order, and I just, you know, I'll let people order it as they want to. But for stuff like my hookahs, I'm like, I only have X amount in stock. I don't want to oversell. I don't want to sell one and then my inventory not get updated later on, and then someone tries to order it and then I don't have it. So I think that is really cool that with the POS system through Squarespace and also with the card reader, you can do a lot of different things when it comes to taking payments in person. So as we are going throughout the day, I am going to give you like my little tips and tricks and just kind of sharing my experiences of what works and what doesn't work for me when it comes to doing vendor events, especially in the springtime. Spring weather, I feel like, is the most unpredictable because of the fact that like right now it's like 40-50 degrees outside. So I put my fleece PJs on because it's freezing inside my house, but it's going to be about 75, almost 80 degrees as the day goes on. And I just don't want to turn the heat on because then it's going to be way too hot in here. But the weather outside, you know, it's very unpredictable. Then it's like, it might not say it's going to rain, but then it might rain. Weather for tomorrow looks really nice, bright, shiny, not too hot, like a high of like 66, 67. So I'm hoping that it stays that way because that is like optimal weather for being outside all day. The event tomorrow is from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. And if you sell out before then, like if you're another vendor or whatever, if you sell out before then, you're more than welcome to like pack up and leave. But obviously, like I have my hand in so many different things, so I kind of stay either all the way to the end or very, very close to the end. And then obviously I also have to be there early in order to set up, in order to, you know, get information. So it's going to be a really long day. The whole thing is outside. And it's just, you know, you always pray that the weather will be on your side. Also, another thing, you should always make sure that you stay hydrated, extra battery packs, all those kind of things. I need to go grab my little chargers, my charging banks, whatever you call those things. I need to go grab those and make sure those are charged up, because imagine, like, I'm using my phone to take payments, right? I'm using my phone to take videos and pictures and stuff. I'm using my phone to actually communicate with people. Some people are lost that know me, that are trying to come, and you know, everyone starts texting you and calling you the day of. I'm using my phone for my speech. Like, my phone battery, babe, it is not going to sustain the day, okay? So charging banks are always really important. I will be taking my tumblers, so we'll have lots of hydration and things set up for tomorrow so that we can just, you know, keep ourselves all the way together. What else did I want to tell y'all before I start moving around? I have a lot of crochet beanies that I'm going to pack up, so I'm going to show you guys a few of the beanies. I am real old school, y'all, when it comes to these events and stuff. I pack all my stuff inside of trash bags because it's just the easiest and most lightweight way to transport the items. I have a bunch of beanies that I had up on the website for ready to ship, and then I have bags of stuff that has always gone to the vendor events events with me that just haven't sold yet. So I always just kind of take some of the same pieces, but I had a lot of new pieces that I have ready to go, which is honestly perfect because again, some of those pieces I've taken to 2 and 3 vendor events and they're still here with me. So I kind of cycled through the items, and that was another thing I was gonna say, like when I was trying to figure out my outfit, y'all, the body, look, okay, a lot of the stuff is not fitting the body how it used to. So I have been purging. I have been filling up bags, donation bags and everything. And I don't know if y'all remember, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, I started talking about maybe doing like a case closet or something like that, where I could like sell some of my gently used items and like, you know, Poshmark and things like that, like just selling items to try to get some type of money back for these pieces that I've only worn like one time and they just don't fit anymore. But I have really prided myself the past couple of years, like as a business owner, it's really important to give back. So I'm like, girl, look, I'm gonna donate the clothes. Okay, I cycle through and I create these bags that I have like maybe 3 or 4 bags full that I need to go and drop off. But that's like a huge priority for me as a business owner. Like I always want to give back in some way, shape or form, at least a couple of times throughout the year. I'll donate the clothes that don't fit anymore. I'll also donate some of my crochet pieces and stuff like that. So yeah, I just started filling up the bags with stuff. And then as I continue to see the same pieces that I have, they're great pieces, but you know, sometimes it's just colors that people don't gravitate towards or whatever. I make a lot of scrap pieces with yarn that I have left over, obviously. So those are also things that make really good wearables that you can donate to, you know, whoever you like to donate to. Clothes, hats, blankets, scarves, like those things are always really good items to donate. So yeah, it's a lot going on over here, but I'm about to grab some trash bags and we're gonna start packing up some of this stuff. I also have some lip gloss that I want to make today, so we're gonna do that together as well. Yeah, 11:48, we're getting the day going. Honestly, once everything is like packed up, there's really not much else to do, except I'm going to go through my speech and just like make sure it is exactly as I want it to be. I'm gonna go through it a couple of times and that'll be it. I feel like today does not need to be like high stress or anything like that, because I know exactly what I need to do and I will make a list of all the things that I need, you know what I mean? So it's just like, girl, what's there to stress about? You feel me? Let's just get it done, period. And here's an honest and transparent moment for me. When I say that my house, it's like a mix of shambles, dysfunction, chaos, and crazy things. So y'all know that I make my cocktails with K content. So I have accumulated so many different glasses and all of these things, right? So I spent all yesterday washing all of the glasses because they were all collected on this table, right? And I still have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more glasses right here that I need to wash because I didn't get to them because I ran out of space over here, my little drying station. Okay, all these are clean, they need to be put away, right? We used the griddle yesterday for breakfast. I need to clean the griddle and get it out of here. The rice cooker is here. We have wine and things. Like, this is just the catch-all table that has been here for weeks, right? You see our old bed frames are still here because we have not figured out how to dispose of this bed, y'all. I'm really about to just call the trash company and see if they can pick it up. How much is it gonna cost? Okay, because we sat it out there, they didn't take it, and there was just like no contact about it. So I'm like, okay, let me just try to call them or something, go up there maybe, I don't know, see if they can take it, because it's just been here. It's just been here. We forget about it. We don't do our research. We don't figure out, you know, how do we get rid of it? So it's just here. There's also hella poles at the bottom of this table, right? All of these things happening right here, and I need this table for tomorrow. This is my vendor table. So all of this has to get cleared off, and I started out with the dishes yesterday, and then today I will just remove all of this random stuff. But not only is it like just dysfunctional, but it's also blocking the door to my carport. So we just don't even use the carport door anymore, which is so crazy because it's just so much easier to get into the house. But whatever, right? So we're just trying to get our lives together here, okay? Just trying to get it together. There's no shame in dysfunction, because trust me, it happens to the best of us. All right, so I've got one trash bag. Another awesome thing is I always buy scented trash bags, okay? So regardless, like, everything always smells good anyway, and I get that so many times, like, from people that place orders on my website. They'll DM me when they get their order like, oh my god, it smells so good, and I'm like, I didn't do anything special to like make it smell good. My house always smells really good though. So yeah, when I'm like working on orders, I guess, I don't know, yarn does soak up a smell, okay? But what I was gonna say is I always get scented trash bags. So like for vendor events, it's like all this stuff is about to come out smelling minty fresh. Like it smells fine already, obviously, but it's just like, that's just like an added bonus, you know what I mean? It's like, everything smells amazing, right? So this is how I operate when it comes to the pieces that I have available for vendor events, pop-up shops, things like that. I typically love to have the items super discounted, if not super discounted, at least a little bit discounted than what they are on the website if they were to like place that order. You always want to give people a little bit of an incentive to like shop here today, you know what I mean? And it's like, obviously for me, it's already good for them because they're like, oh, I don't have to wait a month for it to like come in the mail and everything. So that's usually a good enough incentive for them, but even better when the price is a little bit better than what it is on the website. So that's typically what I do. And then these pieces, some of these pieces I've worn for like photo shoots and pictures and things like that, but again, it's just like they're discounted, they're in great shape, great quality, and it's almost like when you go to the store, right? It's like you go to the store, you buy a dress, like somebody has probably already tried that dress on in the dressing room, or if you're looking at accessories, like people try hats on in the store all the time and you still purchase them, right? But I pride myself in like, whenever I get orders on my website, I don't put those beanies on my head because like people are always like, oh, let me see it on, let me see it on. I'm like, no, like this is an order. It's a handmade beanie, right? And they have waited X amount of time for me to make this by hand. I'm not putting it on my head. I'm not putting it on a mannequin. I'm not, you know, letting anybody try it on. I'm just gonna pack it up and send it out. But that's, again, when you have in-person events, it's like people come and they try them on and they're discounted. So it kind of all just makes sense in my brain, right? So I have up first my pop out blossom ruffled beanie, yellow and rainbow. She's cute. Going into the bag, I have my blossom ruffled beanie in latte. Into the bag, I'm wondering how many bags I am actually going to be able to fill up with just the beanies, right? My standard ruffled beanie in Instant Classic, honestly a staple. Blossom in Graybeard, another staple. And then I have a do-rag. This is my do-rag in Paint Party. So listen, 10 out of 10 recommend. The do-rags are really all the hype right now, so I wanted to make sure I had at least one in the bag, and I honestly think that's the only one that I have. I have my pop out blossom ruffled beanie. This is Graybeard in Limelight for the ruffles. Into the bag. Now this time, honestly, like I said, I had all of these beanies pretty much already made. There's only a couple of them that I actually made yesterday. That was my standard in Mixed Berry, my standard in Prima Ballerina, and my standard in Black. So sometimes if I have a lot of time on my hands, like say I know I'm planning for a vendor event like 3 months or something in the future and I have a little bit of time, I will gradually make pieces, new pieces specifically for the event. But this time around, I'm like, girl, I have a lot going on. I just did not have time to like sit and make a whole bunch of new pieces. But I am kind of in the middle of like, one, trying to use up all the yarn that's sitting around the house and clean up, and then two, trying to get ready for the event. So I was like, you know what, I had black, and I always want to make sure I have at least one black beanie, y'all. I wish that I could have more this time, but like at least one black one has to go because black is like the best seller. And then I had some Mixed Berry, I had some Prima Ballerina, so I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and make these and have, you know, some extra beanies to take with me. But yeah, like I said, usually if I have enough time I will, sometimes I won't. So we didn't make too many new pieces this time. I have my striped chunky. Oh my god, how cute, how freaking cute is this. Now this is grape and hot rose, and she's so cute, so definitely had to bring her along. We got some drama, baby. This is my pop out on the edge blossom, sun gold and brown for the ruffles, for the drama, for the vibianas, okay? Now this is my on the edge blossom in orange and paint party. If you remember this beanie, leave me a comment down below. You a real one. You a real OG. I also have a color block blossom ruffle beanie. We have instant classic, limelight, stonewash, and then mixed berry for this one. Stuff like this, like I always feel like the super colorful things, they're always like really eye-catching for people to come and look. That's why I'm like, let's have a mix of like standard staple colors like graphite, but then also, you know, some of those super fun and more dramatic pieces as well. I also have this standard ruffle beanie. Now this one is honestly, this is a real scrap project, okay? I had some orange, it was Crafter's Secret orange yarn, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and make a beanie with it. And then I added some of it to, did I add some? I think I did. I think I added some of it to my scrap blanket, my granny square blanket that I've been making. But I don't even use Crafter's Secret yarn anymore, y'all. They sell that at Hobby Lobby, but I haven't used that for orders in so many years. I strictly use I Love This yarn now, so that one is a true gem to have at a pop-up shop, because it's like, if you get your hands on this, you got a real luxe limited one-of-one item, because I don't even use that yarn anymore, so it's not like anybody can go to the website and place an order for that, right? Love that. I've got my standard in purple going into the bag. And then last but not least, right here, I have my Pop Out Blossom. This is Sun Gold and Desert Glaze. So I don't even know how many beanies that was. I didn't count it. But what I'm doing is my standard beanies for $20. I'm doing all of the regular blossoms, like whether it's solid or just pop out, I'm gonna do for $40. And then anything like the color block or the pop out on the edge that has that extra edging with those really, really thick ruffles on them, those are gonna be $50. So we're doing 20, 40, and 50, okay? That's what we're doing for the beanies. The chunky will be 20, okay? Oh, there's one more over here. Let me grab it. Another pop out on the edge blossom. We've got soft pink and then paint party. So the ones like this with the extra drama, 50. The ones like this, 40. And the ones like this, 20. Again, like I said, I am prioritizing filling up the table. I am prioritizing honestly selling pieces, okay? Like, one thing about it, when you go to events and stuff like this, you literally have to drag all of this stuff there with you. I want to sell it, okay? If y'all remember the very first Own Your Crown, was that very first one? I think that was the very first Own Your Crown. And I'm like, we had the table set up and everything, and by the end of it, I was like, okay, I have too many things still left on this table. All the lip glosses are $1. Everybody rushed over to the table like, oh my God, they're $1 now. Let me get this, let me get that, let me like... Yes, this is the energy that we want, because honestly, truly, I do not want to drag all of this stuff back home, okay? A lot of this stuff was on my website as ready to ship, and it's still sitting there. That's why I'm like, all right, cool. Let's put it in front of some people and see if they want to buy it in person. And that's another thing. That's part of being a business owner, right? People literally, I'm on TikTok live, they're begging me, can you please do some ready to ship beanies? Like, you know, just for quick turnaround time. Sometimes we have stuff that comes up and we don't want to wait a whole month because, you know, we just don't have that kind of time. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll start to prioritize more ready to ship beanies. And what do? I make some ready to ship beanies, but obviously I'm not about to like go out of my way to go and buy a whole bunch of new yarn to like make ready to ship beanies. I'm making beanies with the yarn that I have left over. I'm making beanies with the stuff that I have in the house. Oh, I have one more beanie somewhere. Where is my standard in navy? Here it is, standard in navy. Like, I just thought about that because again, this is another one that I had sitting around and is on the website as ready to ship. Now I will say standard in navy, standard in gray beard, standard in black, they have sold when I put them up, but there's a lot of ready to ship beanies that are just sitting there. So it's just like, okay, y'all asked me for ready to ship and then y'all didn't buy it. Y'all just wanted like all the staple colors. Like, what is it that y'all wanted? Because I did it and y'all didn't buy it. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I've never sold any ready to ship. Like, obviously I have, but like, you know what I mean? You know, you can kind of get what I'm trying to say here. So that's another thing about being a business owner is like, sometimes you do stuff that people ask for and then they're just talking, they're running their mouth. They don't have their credit card ready. They're just talking, okay? And then you give them what they ask for and then they don't buy it. But now we have opportunities like this to where we can try to move these items up out of here, right? So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my office and I'm going to grab another bag of stuff that came from a vendor event so I can just go through it and see what I actually do still want to take. Some of the pieces maybe I won't take, who knows. So I'm gonna grab that and go through it. Another thing, I don't even want to show y'all the office, y'all. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So my Smudge office quickly turned into a catch-all for like just random stuff that was in the way in the house, because again, my house is usually being used to film content. Our house is used for parties, and my mom has been using our house a lot for like just mock setups for her balloons and stuff. So there is always something in the way that needs to be moved, and unfortunately that place has been the Smudge office. So when I say like the office is not even walkable, like there's just stuff everywhere, there's bags everywhere. So that's why I'm like, I'm really happy that we're doing this event so that I can go in here and like clear some shit out, okay? Like go through some stuff, see what needs to come out of there, you know, kind of organize it a little bit better, and then move on, because I need to be able to go in there. Like everything, I started making lip gloss at the kitchen table, y'all. Like whenever I get lip gloss orders and stuff, I literally bring all of the stuff out of the office, put a tablecloth on my kitchen table, and I make lip gloss at the kitchen table. That defeats the whole purpose of having an office for Smudge with a whole table in there that's just covered with a bunch of nonsense, right? There's a working table in there that I'm supposed to be making lip gloss at, a chair and everything, and literally the chair is covered with stuff, the table is covered with stuff, inventory in boxes and stuff. Like, girl, get your life together and get your stuff organized, okay? Because this is getting out of hand. So it's a huge wake-up call. If y'all see my life update, I promise you the depression really hits. It really does. The burnout hits, okay? Because when I say no motivation to do anything, I just showed y'all my kitchen. This is the most organized that the space has been in a long time. We have been traveling, we have been all over the place, suitcases been everywhere. Like there's just been stuff everywhere. There's been glasses everywhere because I'm still making my cocktail content. There's yarn everywhere because I'm trying to work on orders. There's hats everywhere, there's orders. I'm like, girl, get it together, get it together, get it together. Okay, but we get it together. It's okay. Look, what I tell y'all, this was gonna be real raw and a real video, because the people that are walking around here showing y'all stuff like everything is always perfect and everything is always in place, they're lying to you 9 times out of 10. Okay, I am never gonna be that girl. All right, I am never gonna be that girl to sit up here and tell y'all that my Smudge office is always just everything in its place. Like, we make lip gloss, we have so many supplies, there's always stuff all over the place. The vanity, all my makeup is all over the vanity from doing my makeup. Like, girl, do not beat yourself up. That's the moral of the story. Do not beat yourself up, because we're all going through the same thing, I promise. All right, let me go get this stuff out the office. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so if you do a lot of vendor events, if it's been a while since you've done one, it's always a good idea to just like go through your stuff that you have, just to see, you know, just to give you a little refresher on what you have. So I have this Shaggy, so this is light taupe, so she can go and see. This is kind of what happens after doing a couple of vendor events. See how these bags are like stretched out and they're like kind of just look worn out, right? So this is double bagged, but it's like I can probably still reuse these bags. I just want to see what all is in here, and then I will repack it. Oh, my cinnamon latte, Shaggy Yana. Love cinnamon latte. I am so shocked that I honestly still have this one here. Now, again, another real moment, right? Obviously, the beanies are way more affordable. Like, the price is more enticing, 20, 40, 50, right? I always want to have prices that are going to be enticing. Now, for my shags, I always sell my shags in person for $150. So sometimes we sell shags, sometimes we don't. This is a free event in Atlanta. This is, you know, a regular Saturday. You know, some people don't come ready to spend upwards of $150 to $200 on a pop-up shop, you know what I mean? And that's just the reality of the situation. So I always bring all my shags. These shags have came with me to multiple events and they're still with me, and that is okay because they are still the drama. And every time I set these up, people stop, okay? They stop, they want to feel it, they want to try it on. It's just that they might not have $150 that they want to spend today, and that's okay. That's okay. Does that mean I'm gonna, by the end of the day, talk about the shags are gonna be on sale for $50, $20? No. Make smart decisions as an entrepreneur, okay? The lip glosses, squeeze tubes, and all these things, those can go for $1 at the end of the day. If we really want to get rid of it, we can do stuff like that. But this Shaggyana and Sun Gold, listen, this costs, okay? This costs, and at the end of the day, I can still put these on. Like, they're all size small, but I can fit a small. It's gonna be snug, it's gonna be tight and everything, but I can put on a size small, and I will put on a size small. All right, so that's just that on that. Oh, look, more beanies. Okay, this is great. This is awesome. We love standard and rosy cheeks, so this is good. Who else? See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even be remembering sometimes half of the stuff that I really be having in these bags over time. Oh, chunky and aubergine. Great. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Blossom and rainbow. These are all good things, guys. These are all good things. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put all of the beanies into one bag, because like this, you can tell this was like the aftermath of trying to quickly pack up a pop-up shop, because when we go into it, everything is pretty much organized by like items, so I wouldn't put beanies and shags in the same bag, okay? So we have a chunky and gray beard. This is honestly great. This is perfect. This is great. Chunky and surprise stripe. Surprise stripe is so fun, y'all. And let me tell y'all about this one, okay? Because it was folks trying to scam me at the last vendor event that I did, child. Oh my goodness gracious. Listen, my POS system is very up to par, okay? And so if your card declines, that has nothing to do with me, okay? This girl had a card that was continuously declining. I'm like, girl, what's the tea? But I mean, it happens. Like, sometimes, you know, stuff gets reported as fraud through like your credit card company or whatever, and you really have to like go in there and be like, oh yes, that is me, like trying to place an order. But she started to talk about, oh, this is a prepaid card, and oh, my money is there, and I've been shopping all day. I'm like, one thing about it, you're not about to get over on me, okay? And when I tell y'all she had the bag in her hand with the beanie, no, hand it over, okay? We have a new order of business here. I am swiping cards and then handing the bag. Sometimes you get in a situation where it's like, it's a lot of stuff going on. You know, me and my mom are trying to help each other out, and she's bagging stuff up, and I'm trying to take payments and everything like that. But this girl literally had grabbed the bag. I'm like, don't grab the bag before this card goes through, okay? We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. So yeah, just, you know, scammers gonna try to scam. Be careful. Be careful at these events, y'all. I have more beanies. Now that I'm looking at this, I have more beanies somewhere. I gotta check the couch. I have more that I need to put in the bag. Y'all, look at this. This is honestly the very first ruffled hat that I successfully made. It is so large. It's like, it's way too big, but it's like, it looks crazy in my hand because it's like, this yarn is not, I love this yarn, and you can see the you see how stiff it is? You see how stiff it is? Yeah, it's stiff because this, that red heart stuff, that red heart, I think it's red heart don't got a lot of give and a lot of movement to her, okay? But this one is just good to have for people that have like extra large heads, so I think that's why it went into the bag. But I also have a matching purse that goes with it, so that's why that went. We have my pop out standard. Oh my god, we have Sun Gold and aubergine. When I seen that, that just reminded me of some more beanies that I have over here that I wanted to go into the bag. So this blossom is going, and there are some standards. Where are my standards at? Oh, this one. Oh, here we are. Oh, I think I need to glue these. Okay. All right. And that was another thing. I spent all yesterday like gluing a bunch of beanies. This one is actually already glued. Okay, perfect. So we have my pop out on the edge standard. So we have tropical pink, and then we have paint party. She's super cute. And then I also have this pop out standard, which is burnt pumpkin and terracotta. So I'll just glue this one today because I didn't, you know, weave in my ends or anything. So that is on my list for today. We have a lot of beanies that can go. This is amazing. I'm gonna open up this bag. This is a new bag. We're gonna put the beanies in here, and then I'm gonna put the shags back in those 2 bags that we had already. Again, reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, I'm not starting new bags for everything, but if the bags are too worn and have holes and stuff in them, then I'll just get rid of those bags, because you want to make your commute as easy as possible when it comes to, you know, going to your vendor events. So let's put these back in here. So as you can probably see already, right, when I go to these events, I am like really not playing any games. Like, I have the potential to, you know, sell so many items and make a good little profit, a good little money, okay? Because this is an event that I don't have to pay for as a vendor. You know, some events you have to pay a vendor fee, and, you know, you have to just invest, right? But this event, I always appreciate the spot for even bringing me out. I appreciate, you know, the hospitality. Like, come on, like, y'all are really putting me on the map with y'all, right? We're putting each other out there. I'm doing workshops on the lip gloss, so that allows me to promote Get Sucker. That allows me to promote my own products. Y'all are letting me set up a table for free. Everything that I'm doing is 100% profit. The only thing that we're coming out of our pocket for is to put gas in the car to get there, any of the food and drinks that we buy, and then just existing. Our outfits, like our hair, makeup, like whatever we have to pay for to prep. But to not have to pay a vendor fee is top tier. That's why I'm like, I will pack up every single piece that we have in this house, because you just never know who's gonna be there, and you want to definitely maximize on opportunities like this. If you ever get an opportunity like this, you gotta maximize on it, right? So there's another bag ready. Oh, does this have a hole in it? Look. It has a little hole in it. Oh no. Okay, but I feel like that's fine. We're not gonna be like, okay, whole new bags just for that. I'm saying if there's like a humongous hole where like you can't even hold the bag properly anymore, that's when you know, just let it go. All right, so we have my shag trench. Yeah, my long shag trench that goes all the way down to the ground. This is always a good piece to have, because it's just an eye catcher. It's just like, girl, what is that? Exactly. Oh my God, y'all, nostalgia. Look at this. Now I have actual halter tops in here, y'all. Who remembers? This is where we started. You feel me? This is where we started out. Okay, so I have a halter top. I don't know how I'm feeling about the halters. Oh my God, there's a bell sleeve in here. Y'all, the nostalgia. OMG, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Go through your stuff. I didn't even know this was in here. Look at the sleeves. This was my pride and joy in college when I figured this out. Oh my goodness. Okay, that honestly might have to go with us as well. Like, that's a small, but it's okay. Like, she needs to be in the building. What else do we have in here? Oh, a little subtle foreshadowing. Why is this even in there? I have this. This is what y'all know now as my Cozy Jam beanie, but I made this so long ago, but it's in my actual color. And then also too, it's just like, these ends are not weaved in. I don't think this ever made it to a table, but I honestly think I want to keep that. I need to keep that for myself, because in my brand color, like, yeah, I need to keep that one for myself. Oh my gosh, look at this little top. Whose cha-chas was this for back in the day, baby? Because this is giving teeny tiny itty bitty teeny weeny girl. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that going. That's just so small. Like, what the heck is going on? Oh, this is my little scarf that I made for my pattern test. See, stuff like this, I just feel like I should keep stuff like this. Like, I'm not gonna wear it, but it's like nostalgia, you know what I mean? But I think we will take this, because this is a cool piece that you can sit on the table to also like drape over the table. Like, even if nobody buys it, that's like a good draping piece. So I think we will take that. What else? More crop tops? I don't remember having this many crop tops. I remember having a couple because I remember like our mannequins had some crop tops on them. But like, I don't remember having this many crop tops. So we have lots of croppies. What is this? Oh, another croppie. Look at the details. Get into the details. Get into the details, y'all. When I say I wrote out all my patterns for my crop tops and I have them in my Google Drive. But when I was in college, like the crop tops were the main thing that were really selling. Like, they were really selling. So I was just making crop tops back to back to back to back to back. All right. Oh my God. Is this a Get Sucker beanie? Oh Jesus. We can't sell this. Why was that even in there? This is my Get Sucker beanie. Look, 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 look. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh my God. Yeah, we're not selling that. That's so crazy. Okay, see, this is why you go through things, because some things end up in the bag that ain't supposed to be in the bag, child. Okay. All right. Boom. Another crop top. Yup. We'll put her in the bag. Another. Oh, this is an actual one of my lace up ones with the cups. Oh my God. Nostalgia. Nostalgia. This is also for itty bitty titty people. Okay. All this stuff will go. And my mom does a really good job with like just helping me figure out a way to like lay everything out and utilize, like I said, for draping or for like the mannequins, crop tops for the mannequins. The mannequins ain't got no clothes, y'all. So you hate to just have beanies on a mannequin and then they just look naked, right? All right, so minus those few things that I said I wasn't gonna bring, I'm going to put all this back into this bag because this bag is still very much intact, which is good. So all of this can go. Awesome, awesome. Oh, and then this bag is for beanies. So I will put, oh, I didn't even show y'all. I have my Blossom in Berry Stonewash also ready to go. So we're gonna put that in the bag. And then make sure we remember to come back to this one and glue this. I'm telling y'all, make sure like y'all can help me in real time or something. Okay, I wanna say this is the last bag that I have as far as crochet stuff. And I hope it is because this is honestly a lot of pieces. This is my shag vest in black. So I'm just gonna put this right into the other bag that we were just going through because there's more space in there. So that'll be good for us. All right, we have a small shaggy in ivory, small shaggy in graphite. Yep, into the bag. All right, I think this bag is like at its max capacity now. Let's see what else. Oh God, we have more beanies in here. Oh, this is great. Okay, standard and rainbow, absolutely. Into this new beanie bag here. Another standard in Rosy Cheeks. I think I had one in Rosy Cheeks. I said one was Rosy Cheeks. I don't think that's Rosy Cheeks. That's Rosy Cheeks. Oh, this is Cherry Blossom. This is Cherry Blossom. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm like, hello? Yeah, Cherry Blossom, Rosy Cheeks. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, girl, hello? Y'all know the brain can only do what the brain can do, okay? Aha! I was looking for y'all. I'm like, where's the rest of my do-rags at, girl? Okay, so we have the do-rag in soft pink. Love her life, yes. And then we have the Split Decision do-rag in soft pink and soft blue. So yes, we have 3 do-rags entering the chat. And like I said, the do-rags have been all the hype. I think I'm gonna sell the do-rags for $20 too. I think I'm gonna do 20 for the standard and the chunky and the do-rag. Cause again, what are we trying to do? We're trying to move some pieces around, okay? Yeah, we're gonna do the do-rag for 20, period. We've got another beanie, striped blossom in orchid and ivory into the bag. Perfect. And what else is in here? Y'all, I haven't even started drinking my tea. Oh my God. Cause when you put it inside of this is like an insulated like tumbler. Even with the top off, it's still super hot. Okay, it's 12:32. I'm like, check the time. What's the time? We still got to make lip gloss. And like I said, we're setting up at the kitchen table. We're gonna make some lip gloss because that's just what we do now. Yeah, we got to get the lip gloss together. I got to find the bags to pack everything in. I got to get everything together for the lip gloss workshop, which is not gonna be too many different things. And then I need to pull down the garment rack and pack some hangers and stuff. Ooh, hangers, Jesus Christ. Ooh, yeah, okay. One step at a time, one step at a time. Oh, this is my black and white shaggy that I made for my birthday last year. She can go. We've got a shaggy in red. Absolutely. Oh, we have a granny square beanie. Oh, look at it. Nostalgic, because it's been sold out on the website forever. So I put this in the beanie bag. So the granny square will fall into the blossom, so that'll be $40. What else is in here? OMG, who remembers striped blossom in yellow and limelight? This is the beanie that I made for my birthday last year. My black and white to go with the shag. Yeah, I think I'll keep her for myself. Nostalgia. What else is down here, guys? Ooh, we've got a standard in ivory. That's good. This is good to have. Is this ivory or is this white? I think that's ivory. The lighting in here is not doing me any justice. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's ivory. I have an ivory shag right next to me. It's not white, it's ivory. We have a standard stone wash. Ooh, my battery's dying. All right, let's wrap this up. And then I have a standard and berry stone wash as well. This is great. I'm gonna switch the battery and then we are gonna switch gears. I've got 10 hookahs ready to go. My big square box hookahs. My OG hookah, you feel me? That's in the larger square box. And honestly, y'all, I don't even have the hookahs on the website because I just like to bring those with me to pop-up shops and stuff. Also, the OG hookah will not be getting restocked. So once these are all gone, I'm not going to be restocking those. I am looking for a different style when it comes to like the heat management of the hookah coals and stuff like that. So I'm like, these were a great first hookah, but you know, we grow, we evolve, we move on to the better. I won't be restocking those. I also have one more Queen of Hearts, but y'all listen, this is the hookah that we smoke multiple times throughout the week. Like this, I am keeping this. I have 2 right now in the house. This will be my 3rd one. And you know, just after a while, it's like really good to just get rid of the hookah. Like it gets really worn and old, and I'm talking like after years of using it. So I will be keeping this one just for my own nostalgia, but also it's just the one that we use the most. And y'all, I thought I had to make lip gloss today. I don't think that we have to make lip gloss today. And honestly, that would save me so much because I think that that was also like adding to my anxiety, like knowing that I had to make all of this stuff today. I found this bag. So it has my organza bags in it, which we need those for packing up anything that we sell. We can pack glosses and stuff in there. But look at this, y'all. I found this box of literal heaven in here. So all of my lashes are in here, so that's really good. Still have a few pair of lashes, and then Q-tips for sampling lip gloss, my little mirror so that they can look in the mirror after they sample, the actual samples. This is just great, okay? I did clear and then I did the goat. So my 2 top glosses really that we sell, clear and the goat, because everyone loves a clear, everyone loves a nice brown gloss. And then I also have some lip liners in here, which I have even more lip liners, but like I have a decent amount of glosses in here. Like, yes, absolutely yes. I have a good amount in here. Look at this. And there's still more in here that I can't pick up, obviously. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this because I also have my lipsticks that I'm bringing with me and my lip liner. So we have some glosses, we have some lipsticks, we have some lip liners. I think that we will be good to go. Here is a ton of business cards right here. I'm wondering, should I still make some squeeze tubes though? Because that's what I was really gonna make. I was gonna fill up some squeeze tubes. How many of these do I have? 11 clear glosses, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the gold. Okay, so not even 20 glosses in this box. I think maybe I got excited too soon. Maybe we will make some squeeze tubes, but at least I know, ooh, I was just gonna do clear. So I'm gonna just make like a bunch of clear squeeze tubes and that'll be fine. And at least I know that we already have the goat in here. Clear, and then I'll do, maybe I'll do, I don't know. I need to figure out what glosses we'll be making today. But this is a great start, okay? And then I have my lip liners, which is always great. Perfect, love it. This is the actual, the goat in the actual packaging. Period. I don't think that we're gonna sell them in the boxes tomorrow. I think what we'll do is just do them, or do I want to do the boxes? What do I want to do, y'all? I don't know what I want to do. I think I'll leave it. Yeah, we'll do boxes. This is the way that my brain works. It's a little bit crazy. So at least I know we have a good amount of glosses. We have all of our stuff ready for samples. All right, let me put all this back in here. So we will make some gloss, but that's good because I don't have to make as much. It's just less. The less that we have to make today, the better, I promise. So we have our lashes, we have our mirror, we have our Q-tips. I also have another little thing of some swabs. So I have all my lipsticks here, which is crazy to even say. We haven't even really launched the lipsticks yet, and so this will be a great way to like be like, y'all, these are not even out yet, so y'all need to grab them. I have this tray that I'm going to bring. Just helps with like setting up the table and laying everything out. And then I did find my small shopping bag. So like if someone orders a beanie, if someone buys a beanie and some lip gloss or something like that, we can put them in these small bags. Now I did have some bigger bags and I have not been able to locate them as of yet. The big bags were good for like if people bought shags, because like what else would they put a huge shag jacket in if they did decide to buy it? So I'm really trying to kind of tear the house apart and find those bigger bags, because yeah, we're gonna need those. I was going through all of my stuff and okay, this is good. I'm like, how many more sample jars do I have? So I have 2 sample jars. So if I wanted to do 2 different colors of gloss, I could do that. I just love to have a sample for people so that they can try it. I have hella squeeze tubes in this house, y'all. And so whenever I do the lip gloss workshop, I always let everybody use the squeeze tubes to make their gloss, because obviously like I want it to feel like their own creation. So I don't want to give them like any of my Smudge branded glosses. I have more glosses in here, which is good. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to make a bunch of clear, and then I think I'm gonna do either like a deep pink or like a pink glitter, holographic glitter, something like that. These are the other little Q-tip type things that I have for samples. These are really good as well. And then we have these little I think these are candle holders. Yeah, it's a candle holder, but we'll like put stuff in here to like, you know, set up the table. Obviously you can put little Q-tips in there and stuff like that. And then look at these, y'all. Nostalgia. Who remembers? Who freaking remembers? So I have some stickers in here. It's really great. We always have an abundance of Get Suckered hand sanitizer on deck. So whenever people want to come and sample some lip gloss, we get them to sanitize their hands first before they touch anything. You know, that's just common protocol to have like some hand sanitizer, some paper towels, some wipes, like stuff like that. I have one, count them, one Smudge Cosmetics makeup bag left, and I am keeping this for myself. I was selling them at a time, but those are mine, okay, period. Like, absolutely, that last one is for me. All right, so what's the time? My stomach is growling. I'm like, I need to take a lunch break. It's 1:13. We're doing really good on time. I need to decide what I want to do. So squeeze tubes, like I said, I'm going to fill up a bunch of squeeze tubes and then put my labels on them. I have these Smudge stickers. Can y'all see that? Okay, you can see it better like this. I have these Smudge Cosmetics stickers that I got a long time ago. I really didn't necessarily like them at first. It wasn't what I was looking for, but they work really, really well for squeeze tubes. Not so much for wand tubes, but for squeeze tubes, they kind of do a lot better. So I'll use them for squeeze tubes. And then y'all, I found so many old like OG lip gloss tubes. Like these are my charcoal wands that I used to sell for wholesale on my website, and it's just like I don't even keep these in stock anymore. So I would hate to like sell this to one of y'all that's running a business that, you know, because I was like, oh, I'll just clear everything out on like a super flash sale, like super discounted. But y'all know how I am, okay? I am so big on like longevity. Like I don't want y'all to get these, fall in love with them, and then they're forever out of stock after that. You know what I mean? I'll feel better if I like fill these up for an event and be like, hey, you know, these are $2 lip glosses. Like these are limited edition, like just for today's event. You know what I mean? Like that kind of feels better, more exclusive. And then it's like when people get done with their lip gloss, girl, they just throw it away. You know what I mean? Like they know where to come back and shop if they want, you know, something else. But I was thinking I could fill these up with something and just get rid of them because there's so many of them and I just feel like they're sitting around. I think we can do really good with like $2 glosses. So I might put these back in the rotation. We just might go ahead and make lip gloss today. Like let's just fill up as many tubes as we possibly can and just roll with that. Yeah, I think we might do that. So yeah, there's probably 50 of these in here. But just imagine a $2 lip gloss sounds very enticing, right? $2. $2 glosses. What? $2 glosses. What? Yeah, $2 glosses. So I think we're gonna do that. I'm trying to decide, do I want to do clear? Because honestly, clear is like the best, but then like glitter is always good. So I'm thinking I can do, for these, I can do clear and holographic glitter for the wands, and then for the squeeze tubes that I'm gonna fill up, I can do like a deep pink vibe. Yeah, I'm liking where that's going. I'm liking where that's going. So 2 more sample containers means 2 more colors. We already got a clear one. The goat, we already have a few of the goat, so I think we'll do deep pink is like always a good option. Or I can just make Be Mine deep pink and then the holographic glitter together. Yes, see, we're doing things. All right, awesome. Next order of business. Oh, look at what I found, y'all. I was over here. I told y'all my office is all over the place, right? But not that I just found this, because I have been using this, obviously, my Dymo printer. One day I was using it and I was just thinking like, dang, I might have to buy some new tape for this. Y'all, I am always 5 steps ahead. Who got to buy new tape? I got 2 new rolls of tape right here in this box that I have not looked in for who knows how long. I also found some of my charging banks. This one actually says Showtime. I got this in like a goodie bag or something. But I need to charge all of these banks. Okay, so they are USB. I think these are the USB ones, and then the new ones that I have I think are USB-C. So I will charge these up, make sure that I have a good amount of charging banks. I do have a USB cord for my phone, so I need to grab that. And then, you know, everything now is like USB-C to C. So this is a good thing to keep in mind. Make sure you have all of your chargers, adapters, plugs, cords, whatever. We are gonna crack open a fresh new Get Suckered tumbler, baby, okay? Because I want to feel on top of my A game tomorrow. So we have to stay hydrated. Also, so I had the bright idea, like I was like, ooh, like for my next vendor event, I want to kind of get into cocktails with Kay and like, you know, start like doing drinks and stuff. But there is one girl that does drinks and her drinks were really good. She does like margaritas and stuff, or at least that's what she did the last time. So I'm like, oh, I'm definitely like gonna try to see if I can get myself like a little concoction to put inside of one of these tumblers, because I am gonna take 2 with me, I think. But yes, we are opening up a fresh tumbler for the day. What else do I have to tell y'all? All of this is trash. I'm creating a pile of trash. Oh, this is great. Let me get this big box. And the box, of course, has lip gloss on it. Story of my life. Oh, Jesus. Okay. The beauty of working with Get Suckered. I have a fresh new bag of base, which is always great. So I will use that for the workshop. I love to just have a fresh bag for the girls, okay? And then whenever we set up the table, we do get like pictures and stuff, like content for Get Suckered, obviously, for the workshop. So I have this huge box with all these flavors in it. They're all new flavors, so this is really good. So I can go through here to see what exactly I want to bring with me as far as flavors. I usually bring like the best sellers, but I feel like I want to like switch it up. I think these are all fall flavors though in this box. Yeah, I think these are all the fall vibes, which we're going into spring now, so it's like, ooh, this is pink sunburst. Never mind, I might be talking shit. I did see one that I want to use, and that was strawberry lemonade, baby. That's a great flavor for the warmer months. What else? A lot of pumpkin. This is like definitely the fall box that I got. Churro could be nice though. Ooh, butter pecan. Yeah, this is literally all my fall stuff. Cinnamon apple. But I see pink sunburst, spiced apple. Pink sunburst is one of those go-to flavors. Ooh, vanilla cola. That sounds delicious. Peanut butter layer candy bar. Oh, pumpkin spice, OG cinnamon gummy bear. Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't know what I was getting into. I just seen a big box in there, so I was like, yep, let's open it up. But shout out to Get Sucker for always keeping me hooked up with all the good stuff. Ooh, gummy worms, pumpkin spice latte, horchata. These are great. Oh, cherry vanilla. All right, that's a good one as well. Oh, absolutely, yeah. So we'll do cherry vanilla. We've got strawberry lemonade. See, that's why I'm like, let me just go through all the flavors. There might be something good in this box that we just didn't know. Candy apple, absolutely. 3 flavors so far. These are the things that I do. Like, I have to go through, pick which pigments I'm gonna bring with me, pick, you know, which flavors I'm gonna bring with me, because obviously I can't bring all of it, you know, so I have to strategically decide, you know. Vanilla cola, that's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna put these back, and then I'm gonna come back with some more options. Oh, we did candy apple. Okay, yeah. I try not to do too many similar flavors, you know. It's me starting to break a sweat, but have not even finished the tea yet. That is like perfect drinking temperature. Anyways, y'all, let me know in the comments right now, how do you like videos like this? Do y'all like when I kind of take y'all through, talk through the whole process with y'all, like do stuff like this? Let me know down below, because I just need to know what kind of content y'all really want to see from your girl. Okay, look at what I just found. I think I showed y'all these during Vlogmas, because I just found a huge bag of like all of the tubes that I used to sell empty and that we packed up. But I did not see these. Look at these purple brush tips, y'all. Oh my God, like, I don't know. Definitely not gonna use those today, but like, what in the world? I have so much stuff. Like, I have to really start to be strategic, come up with something that is going to allow us to get rid of a lot of these things, because this is crazy. This is honestly crazy. I decided I have 5 flavors that I'm gonna bring. We're bringing candy apple, we're bringing cherry vanilla, we're bringing strawberry lemonade, pink sunburst, and then strawberry banana. So strawberry is usually always like the most popular, but instead of just the basic strawberry, we're gonna remix the strawberries. Okay, strawberry banana or strawberry lemonade. So those are the scents that they can pick from. I am gonna bring grapeseed oil. I always tend to just bring grapeseed oil to be safe, just because, you know, coconut allergies and things like that. I just never want to run into those issues. So I'm gonna bring the grapeseed oil. And I was looking, I only have like 13 or 14 more bowls left, but then I do have all these bowls that babe bought from Costco. So I think what I'm gonna do is just take a fat stack of those and put them into a bag, and that's what we're gonna use, because again, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's not even reusing or recycling, that's reducing how many things that I need to go buy before this event tomorrow. So we got bowls in the house, we're gonna use bowls in the house. Cheers to that. Absolutely. I have a plethora of syringes. I have a plethora of pipettes, so we're good there. I need to make sure that some scissors end up in my bag. I need some paper towels. I need to make a list. This is what I do all the time. We make a list to pack. Yep, so we need paper towels, we need scissors, we need bowls, we need pipettes, we need syringes, pigments, popsicle sticks, squeeze tubes, flavors, lip gloss base. As far as the workshop is concerned, I'm like, don't forget the things that we need for the workshop. Okay, period. All right, so it's 1:32. Stomach is really growling. I don't feel like stopping to like really make a full-on lunch right now, because I do have like, I can make a sandwich, but like, oh my God, do I want to do that for real? Because I got some noodles, so I could just make some noodles real quick. When I start getting into the vibe, y'all, I do not be trying to stop to prepare food. That's why, y'all know, back in the day I would just go without eating, but going without eating is not an option. So like, yeah, I think it's gonna be noodles. Noodles is better than nothing, right? Noodles better than none. Okay, all right, boom, here we go. We're at the bowl, and honestly, this is how you maximize your supplies, right? So I am gonna do clear, like I told y'all, and then I'm gonna do some holographic glitter, and then I'm also going to do some deep pink as well. Now listen, your girl has not filmed Make It Lip Gloss in a very long time, and we are kind of on a time crunch today because honestly, by the time that Cam comes home, I want to spend some time with my man. Like, I don't want to be doing this all day, so I want to be efficient with my time as well. So hopefully y'all can see this setup here. I've got my scale. Y'all know my scale is stained with pigment, glitter, all of that. But if you want the exact measurements, y'all gonna have to click that link down below. Order the secret sauce. The secret sauce has not steered us wrong ever in life. I'm still using the same exact formula. People are still ordering this formula, y'all. I am not kidding. Okay, let me clear out my scale because I'm using a new bowl. These are the bowls that babe bought home from Costco that I'm going to take for the event. And honestly, when we go to the event, I don't bring the scale or anything. I let people kind of just like add the oil as they like it, add the pigment as they like it, because obviously it's like we're not giving out whole measurements for an event. It's just a workshop. And that's how I learned as well, eyeballing it. So that's what we're doing at the event. But obviously for the inventory I'm going to be selling, we use the secret sauce. And I have my Get Suckered gloss base right here. And this bag is almost empty. So I'm trying to get rid of, you know, all of the almost empty bags of base that I have laying around the house. So we are going to start to pour this one in. And like I was saying, how we are going to maximize our supplies, I'm gonna do clear first, right? Because that's gonna save me a syringe. And y'all, at the end of the day, I promise you, these syringes, the price of everything really does add up. You know what I mean? So I would hate to waste a syringe when I can save one. I'm gonna do clear first because I'm doing all these glosses with grapeseed oil. I'm doing all these glosses with strawberry flavoring oil. So therefore, I can do my clear first and then use the syringe obviously to fill the tubes, and then I can go in and do my holographic glitter, and I can use the same syringe that I use for the clear to do the holographic glitter. Go ahead and fill it up and empty it back out into the bowl, mix it obviously just to get the rest of the clear out of there. But it's an easy way to save a little bit of material. Save a syringe, okay? So I just wanted to share that little tip while I'm sitting here. I honestly could just cut this bag, but I think for y'all this is more satisfying. It is very hard to kind of squeeze out of the bag sometimes, but I'm gonna make 8 ounces of clear, and then we will go from there and see how many tubes that we can fill up. Look at that. This used to be all the hype, trying to squeeze these bags on TikTok and stuff. These bags are so hard to squeeze. We usually just cut them open. But here we go. Just a little bit more. Not too fast. And then y'all know y'all gotta let the base settle too. So I'm gonna do just a little dollop. And that is perfect. And I did make my noodles, y'all. So don't worry, I am gonna eat. But I'm making cup noodles, so you know they gotta cool off. It's just way too hot right now. Oh, I actually can pour a little bit more in there. There we have it. All right. And then this humongous Get Suckered 1 gallon of grapeseed oil. If y'all haven't shopped my Get Suckered collab yet, I don't know what y'all are doing, but y'all know we released the carrier oils, and these are the oils that I have been using all the time now. Just like I've been using their base and their flavors exclusively, now I can also use the carrier oils, so it's just perfect. Ooh, not too fast though. Not too fast. Okay, slowly inch it in because this is a huge container, and there we have it. Perfect. All right, boom, boom, boom. And y'all know that's honestly clear done. Let's put some strawberry in there. Get Suckered strawberry. Problem is I really need to have my light on the other side, but if I put the light on the other side, then I'm not gonna have enough space to freaking work. So we have to get the Smudge office back up and running so that I can actually film the content for y'all as I'm supposed to in my office. All right, I'm gonna do, you see how the dropper doesn't get all the way full when you put it in there? It's like half a dropper. So I do this a couple times. And again, the amount of flavor that you put in there is definitely up to you. In the secret sauce, I give you exact measurements, but totally a personal preference as far as how strong you want your glosses to be. All right, so now we are going to mix gently. Don't make a mess because it will go everywhere. The oil will jump right out of this bowl, okay? And this is why my scale looks the way it does, because I'm always mixing on top of the scale. I can't see that. Let me move over here. Let me move to the other side so y'all can see better. And then after some time of mixing, you will have literally what is the perfect consistency for your lip gloss. It is so smooth, it is so shiny, it feels so good on the lips, and it smells amazing. Okay, period. So clear is done. Another thing that I could do is I could fill up the clear first and I could reuse that same bowl for the holographic glitter, but honestly and truly, y'all, I am so ready to mix and fill. Like, once I start filling, I don't want to stop filling, you know? So we will utilize one extra bowl versus utilizing a syringe, because the bowl is going to be way cheaper than a syringe. Now, I do think this is a good point where I can cut this bag open though, because we are going to utilize everything that's in this bag, and we'll probably have to grab another bag that we're going to empty out. So let's just make it a little bit easier on our hands, shall we? All right, and let's zero our scale back out. Always remember to zero your scale out, especially when you are using bowls that have weight to them. You want to zero that scale out before you be done mess up the whole formula. See how much easier that was? We got to get us another bucket in here soon, okay? Because the bucket is the easiest thing to use. All right, when you're doing it like this, you got to give it more time to settle because it's going into the bowl in bigger chunks. Honestly, squeeze the bag until you cannot squeeze it anymore. But that was actually the perfect amount for me to do 2 bowls of lip gloss, 2 8-ounce bowls. So that's great. Oil going in slowly, and there it is. All right, and I'm gonna put our holographic glitter in, and strawberry going in. Come back to the other side again before I really make a mess now that we got glitter in the bowl and everything. Take your time, what's the rush? Oh, because yeah, you definitely do not want to waste any of that pigment or any of that oil. So be gentle, take your time. Again, just like that, the most beautiful lip gloss consistency. Like I said, secret sauce linked down below, baby. And the holographic glitter is so fun. All right, y'all, I had to turn the air on because, baby, it was getting hot. I had this small bag of base that I was using the other day. So I'm just getting all of this out of here. Like I said, we are getting rid of anything that is just hanging out around the office, okay? And of course, you know I got a fresh bag on deck always. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Squeeze for your life. Squeeze for your life. Woo! We're almost there. Boom. Period. This is fun. We need to do this more often, huh? Let me shut up. I know y'all have been missing the mixing and filling content, so we are back so strong right now. We are so back right now. All right, that'll do it right there. Grab our deep pink and strawberry going in. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Oh, there's a lot of gloss base on the side right here. Typically what I'll do, I'll have a pair of gloves for actually mixing the gloss, and then I'll take these off and then I'll switch over to a new pair of gloves when it comes to filling, because I hate when the gloves are sticky with gloss base and then you just start spreading the gloss base everywhere. Lip gloss gets everywhere, all over your tubes, and it's just really annoying. So I'm mixing these up. Y'all see the pigment going everywhere. After these are mixed, that's when I'm gonna stop, eat my lunch, now that they should be nice and ready for me. And then after lunch, I'll come back and fill up tubes. And that is gonna be a bulk of the work done. I need to practice my speech. I need to find the rest of my garment rack. I think it might be at my mom's house or something, or in her car. And again, the perfect lip gloss formula. Oh, didn't I say I was gonna put holographic in here? I said we were making Be Mine, duh. See, look, I'm over here forgetting what I said I was gonna do. Add a little bit of holographic in there. Carefully, please, Jesus. Absolutely. The little sparks of holographic in the sun, I promise you, is so cute. And lunch is served. Hey, this is better than not eating, okay? Because I still have to make dinner before Cam gets here. I like to have dinner ready when he gets home, so I have to stop at a certain time, prepare dinner, and then, you know, it'll at least be ready when he gets here. So yeah, we didn't have time for an extensive lunch today. Now I'm gonna be smart and take a break, eat my lunch, sit on the couch for a minute, and I'm gonna put this battery on the charger. I'm literally just flip-flopping back and forth between my two batteries. The other one is fully charged. Let's go ahead and charge this one. Work smarter and not harder. All right, if y'all ever worked a 9 to 5, then y'all know how hard it is to come back to work from your lunch break. I'll be having that same exact struggle at home sometimes. You eat good, you sit on the couch, you don't be wanting to go back to work, but we back, okay? So 3 glosses that we made, pigment stained paper towels. This is what really happens. There's glitter, literally. Y'all can't see the glitter, but there's glitter all down here. But hey, we move. Fresh gloves, because now we are going to get to filling, and this is the order that I'm going to fill them up as well. So we'll do the clear first, like I said, then we'll do the holographic, and then we will do the deep pink. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to move the 2 bowls that I'm not using at the moment, move those out the way. And honestly, I'm sitting here wondering, like, do I even want to fill up any squeeze tubes, or do I just want to focus on the $2 charcoal tubes? Because at the end of the day, the squeeze tubes are going to take up so much product, and we'll definitely get more bang for our buck with the wand tubes. So I'm like, maybe I'll just prioritize these, because then I'll fill up more of them. We shall see. Okay, so there's 10. And then these already have the stopper attached to them, as you can see. If my camera wants to focus, there we go. The stopper is already attached. So that's what made these super quick and easy to fill when it comes to wand tubes, because you didn't have to do them separately with the stopper. It's just easy when you have everything kind of laid out like this. I'm just gonna do 10 at a time. I have the 2mm pipettes, and what I've realized is that it's easier to have the 2mm pipettes on hand, because some of the tubes that I used back in the day, they were actually really small, to the point where, you know, the 3mm pipettes did not fit. So I always like to make sure that I have the 2mm ones, because these work for the smaller tubes and the bigger tubes versus, you know, not having these. So I will just cut off the tip. Had to go find the scissors, Lord. So I just cut off the ending tip there, and let's cut off this back piece as well. And boom, we have our pipette and everything together. Now I'm going to carefully put some lip gloss into the syringe without touching too much of the bowl that has the gloss on the side of it. Again, we are not trying to transfer too much lip gloss all over the place. And I will just pick up little bits at a time, and that is enough, because when you start pushing on it, some of it's going to come out. All right. Fill her up. And these, I remember, we can't fill them up all the way, so I will fill it up about that much. All right, and honestly, this 2mm, we can cut even more off. Let's see if that's better. Oh, way better. See? More stability, less shaky hand. Can totally tell that I have not filmed doing this in a while. I'm like, can y'all even see? Camera has no idea what we're even talking about. I don't think we got one tube in focus this whole time, like a full tube filled in focus. There we go. All right, so that's 10 filled. I think we should do more than 10. So let's grab some more. All right, so that's 10 more added. All right, so I've got 20 filled. I put down another paper towel so that I'm not transferring too much glitter anywhere. So yes, these go on perfectly. I love this. These are so cute. Oh my God, I'm being reminded why these were such a hit back in the day. Are we joking? These are gonna eat down for $2 lip glosses. I feel like it's gonna be such a hit. So I'm just gonna put all the caps on. It's honestly giving, they can be filled up just a little bit more, I'm noticing, which, you know, when you have stoppers, you got to be careful with that because you will overfill a tube real quick. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit more gloss in here for some of these. Some of these can have a little bit more. So a good rule of thumb, if you haven't worked with the tube in a while, fill one up, test it out, and see before you fill up all of them, because these honestly hold a lot more than they look, which is really great because when you have stoppers, the stoppers sometimes can be a total nightmare. All right, I have now moved on to the holographic. Lip gloss and glitter all over my camera. Time for a fresh glove on the right hand, okay? Because it was getting real sticky and we don't like sticky. So what I did was I filled up 50 matte charcoal tubes, okay? So I did actually 26 clear ones because of course I had to take one for myself, y'all. The nostalgia. I need this in my life, okay? I had to take a clear one for myself just to see what the vibes were because it has been so long, honestly, since I have even used these. So 50 in total, and that was all I had, y'all. I went back in the office looking for some more, thinking, okay, we're gonna do the deep pink as well, but no. So the $2 tubes will just be clear and holographic glitter. And I know my camera is like really stressed out, like my hands are not even in focus. Y'all know what I'm doing, okay? But this is how the holographic glitter looks. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, honestly should have like made more of these. I have my tiny matte black brush tip tubes, but they're so small, so that's why I'm just like, ugh, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to try to get rid of some more of these throwback tubes, or do I just want to put the deep pink inside of some squeeze tubes? Then we'll have like $2 glosses, which will be these. The squeeze tubes will be 5, and then if you get the wand tubes, they'll be 10. My regular Smudge wand tubes. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out, but I'm glad that the bulk of this is almost done. Feeling productive. Who is she? And I wish that my camera, honestly, I have not filmed, like, look at this, like it's on autofocus and it's still focusing on the background. I haven't filmed this type of content in a long time with this camera specifically, so it's just a lot going on in the background for the camera to focus on. It's fine. Squeeze tubes is what I decided, and I had a little bit more holographic glitter left. I saved just that much in the bowl. I almost forgot I do need to fill up my little sample jars so that they can test the holographic glitter if they want to. So only 2 squeeze tubes of holographic. Maybe I should make some more. I don't know. We're gonna do deep pink and then come back to it, okay? The best part about being an entrepreneur is that you make the rules. So at the end of this, I can decide, you know, deep pink might be the only one that we have in the squeeze tubes, and then we'll have clear and the goat in the wand tubes, and then we'll have our $2 glosses in the matte charcoal. So honestly, I'm in control and I can do the best I can and make the best decision based on the inventory. I'm just over here filling up some more gloss into the syringe. Still talking to y'all. I know y'all just sitting here staring at the lip gloss tubes. Y'all remember the lip gloss filling machine? Okay, Nicole never had a filling machine, okay? I've been filling by hand since 2019. Shoot. All right, so I have successfully made 20 deep pink squeeze tubes. So I think that's a great number. So I'm just closing these all up. And I am sitting here again, super torn. Like, do I do a brown, another brown, because we only had like 4 or 5 of the goat left, and I feel like people always ask for brown glosses, so I'm like, I have the lip liners, so why wouldn't I do like a soft brown or something like that? I might make one more batch of lip gloss, and I did find one more sample container, so I can do the sample for it. Honestly, we shall see. But I'm gonna close all of these up. I got Beyonce going so that I can get through this quickly. I'm looking at the clock. It's 4 o'clock. It's getting late. My man gonna be coming home soon. Okay, we gotta wrap this up. All right, the queen has decided we are gonna make some soft brown. I just don't want to get there and they're like, oh, but do you have any browns? We're like, no browns. Like, what, girl? Don't even set yourself up like that. Don't be goofy. So back to pouring we go. Let's get a good constant pour. Hands be shaking when I be doing this, y'all, I swear. Perfection. Squeeze the day, as Fadon would say on TikTok. Do y'all watch Fadon, or is it just me? I know there's a lot of people from the US that watch her, but if y'all watch her, let me know in the comments. That would be so funny. I love Fadon. Like, don't worry about it. Perfect. And guess what? Soft brown needs a little restock. Okay. I need to go in one day and like clean these containers off because they are covered in pigment, covered in lip gloss. Just wipe them down with some alcohol. Strawberry is going in, baby. I have to remember that I'm actually gonna have to put labels on all these tubes, which will take a moment now that we're gonna have somewhat like 100 lip glosses, but that is something I can do while sitting on the couch relaxing, you know. I'm trying to get all of the manual strenuous things out of the way and then we can move on. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Let's fix that quickly before that continues to escalate. Happens to the best of us. And I was thinking about putting some glitter in there, but I'm like, I already put glitter in for the pink, so we'll just leave the brown. Yep, perfect. I'm gonna rapid fire fill these tubes up. Turn my Beyonce back on and we will come back. Alexa, play. All of the tubes are filled, so now I'm just about to put this little bit of gloss in here for the tester. Honestly, not the most ideal way for me to do this, but I'm over here trying to catch the angle for y'all. But yeah, I just use my sample jars and I fill them up as much as I can. Definitely want to make sure that I have samples, but I don't want to, you know, prioritize too much gloss because honestly, everybody's not going to try every single color. So as long as I have a little bit in there, they don't need a lot to test it out, you know? So I'm not gonna make a whole nother batch just to fill up this little container. We gonna use what we got left over in this bowl, and we go scrape the bowl, okay? Always scrape the bowl, get all that gloss. You worked hard, get all of that out of there, okay? Because it be still some in there, I promise you. And these Costco bowls are a lot more sturdy than the ones that we get from like Walmart or the Dollar Tree, just being honest. But I mean, as to be expected, right? You literally pay for what you get. That's a good deal of scraping. That's honestly like perfect amount for a sample tester gloss, right? I will close these once my hands are clean because this is a hot mess. Well, here we are hours later. It's 6 p.m. I finally finished all of the glosses, and then I also put the testers inside of the little containers. So now it's just going to be a task of me putting all of the labels onto the glosses, and then once I do that, I'm going to transfer them to this bin because I like to take these bins with me when I'm traveling. They have a top on them, so it just makes life a lot easier. We'll be able to have everything all in one spot, you feel me? So yes, it's gonna take me a little while to put these labels on, but I stopped to make dinner, so dinner is done, and I also prepped lunch for tomorrow for Cam Jam. Literally so out of breath, to be honest. I didn't even know that anybody came to this house today. There's this guy that like walks around and he's trying to like cut my grass. I'm just looking at the ring like, not there was motion 2 hours ago. Y'all have been locked in, okay? Locked all the way in. I'm gonna show you guys a few clips of me putting the labels on to the tubes, but most importantly, we need to practice this speech, okay? Because Cam is on the way home. I'm honestly starving. Like, I cannot wait to eat. I hate cooking for the simple fact of like, the whole house smells delicious, you know? And I just want to eat right now, but I'm gonna wait for him. It's fine. We're doing like little taco bowls for dinner, and then I prepped some tuna salad for lunch tomorrow. I have about 30 minutes maybe, so let's just go through this whole thing. I literally typed this on the notes app on my phone. All right, cool. So I'm like, ooh, going up there. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Let me hear y'all make some noise. I'm really trying to like engage with the crowd, of course. So cheers, woo, go crazy, amazing, amazing. See, I feed off energy, so this is great. And during our time together today, I'll need you to continue giving that energy to me. Can y'all handle that? Y'all better be at home screaming at the motherfucking TV, all right? Okay, perfect. And by show of hands, who's a creative here today? An entrepreneur, a content creator? I want to see hands up, hands up, hands up. Okay, hey y'all, and welcome to Own Your Crown. And welcome to Own Your Crown. Has anyone attended Own Your Crown before? Okay, we have some returning squad members in the building. And how about our first timers? I love to see it. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so happy to have you here. The Spot does an outstanding job at creating these safe spaces for us and curating amazing events like this that allow us to connect or reconnect with each other, which is always a great experience. I went to high school with a lot of the people that run this organization, and it is honestly so cool to see my fellow peers doing amazing things. So if you don't know me already, hello, it's me. My name is Nicole, and I'm a full-time creative. I'm a content creator. I am an entrepreneur running multiple businesses. I am a business partner to my amazing mom who is here with me today. Everyone say, hey, Mama Smudge. Hey, Mama Smudge. I love her life, okay? I am a fiance, I am a best friend. I just wear a ton of hats on a daily basis. I recently quit my 9-to-5 job, and today I want to talk with you about walking in your purpose, answering your dreams, and becoming that girl or that guy. It takes a lot of time, a lot of hard work and dedication, and honestly, it takes a lot of confidence. Each of us has our own crown, whether it's big or small, whether we have perfected it with all of its embellishments, whether we have it secured in a nice and sturdy place on our heads, regardless, it is still there. It's important that we embrace the process of getting it just right. For me, my crown represents my journey and everything that I have put into it. Since I was little, I have always wanted to be the center of attention. I think I want to say since I was a little girl. Since I was a little girl, I have always loved to be the center of attention. I loved playing dress up and taking pictures. I have always had this really big personality too. As I got older, I realized that I wanted to share my life online, and that required me to really show the good, the bad, and the ugly. I wanted to be an authentic vlogger and business owner that others could relate to, and I never wanted to give the wrong impression of this life. As frustrating as it may have been when outfits didn't fit, if inventory came in damaged or incorrect, or even if I made a mistake, I still documented the process, because for me, it's important to not only show the good things that worked out, but to show the things that didn't necessarily go to plan. What this did for me was it allowed my audience to build trust with me. They trust my opinions, they trust my products, and they see the value in the information that I am sharing with them. If you are sharing your life or sharing your story, I encourage you to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You will touch more people than you probably anticipate. My journey as an entrepreneur, so I'm gonna be like, now my journey, because we need like a little transitions and things, you know. It's almost like you're writing a paper, right? And I'm filming this because it's like, I really wanna see how long I'm actually talking, even though I know I'm doing these like edits and stuff. Now, my journey as an entrepreneur has been so up and down. I graduated college in 2019, which is when I was really running my businesses full time since I was no longer in school. Shortly after graduating, I realized that I wanted to move out of my parents' house because I had accumulated so much inventory for my business. I took over their entire living room. I also knew that I wanted to pursue my podcast, and I needed more space to set up my studio how I liked it. And then I want to say, I also didn't want to have guests just coming in and out of my parents' home. Okay, so shortly after graduating, I realized that I wanted to move out of my parents' house because I had accumulated so much inventory for my business. I took over their entire living room. I also knew that I wanted to pursue my podcast, and I needed more space to set up my studio. All right, how about we combine this to one sentence? Okay, I also knew that I wanted to pursue my podcast. So I needed more space to set up my studio how I liked it, and I genuinely didn't want to have guests just coming in and out of my parents' home. We end up filming at 10 p.m. and may not be done until 1 or 2 a.m. And of course, I did not want to disturb them. Okay, shortly after graduating, I realized that I wanted to move out of my parents' house because I had accumulated so much inventory for my business. I took over their entire living room. I also knew that I wanted to pursue my podcast, so I needed more space to set up my studio how I liked it. And I genuinely didn't want to have guests just coming in and out of my parents' home. We end up filming at 10 p.m. and may not be done until 1 or 2 a.m. And of course, I did not want to disturb them. I knew that being a new entrepreneur presented some challenges when it came to applying for apartments, so I had the bright idea that I was going to get a real big girl job and start saving up some money. I worked for a few months and still filmed and edited my YouTube videos. I still ran the businesses on the side, and as soon as I felt like I was finding my stride at my 9-to-5, boom, COVID hit. I was one of the many that was laid off due to COVID, and at that moment, it kind of felt like my world was crumbling down. But now in hindsight, I can say everything truly happens for a reason. I feel like I was always destined to do my own thing. I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and that's basically how I was raised. I have always been eager and ready for a new challenge and ready to take a leap of faith. During that time, I locked into YouTube and lip gloss, and this completely changed my life for the better. Now, who remembers this pandemic time? Oh my God, gunshots? So I'll ask, now who remembers this pandemic time? Right. Do y'all remember what life was really like at this time? What life was like at this time? Okay, so during that time, I locked into YouTube and lip gloss, and that completely changed my life for the better. Now, who remembers this pandemic time? Do y'all remember what life was really like during that time? Right, exactly. This was a time where everyone was pretty much stuck in the house and glued to their screens. A lot of other people lost their jobs as well, and there was a huge spike in the startup of small businesses. My business completely took off. My YouTube channel experienced more growth in a few months than it had in years. I was producing lip gloss wholesale and supplying other small businesses with their inventory, which was so insane. I think I want to say I was making my own lip gloss products and I was producing lip gloss wholesale. Okay, yeah, because that gives more context. I have a hangnail that needs to get the freak out of here, and that's another thing. My nails look a mess. I have a whole speaking engagement tomorrow, a whole event. It doesn't matter, we'll be fine. So this was a time where everyone was pretty much stuck in the house and glued to their screens. A lot of other people lost their jobs as well, and there was a huge spike in the startup of small businesses. My business completely took off. My YouTube channel experienced more growth in a few months than it had in years. I was making my own lip gloss products and I was producing lip gloss wholesale, supplying other small businesses with their inventory, which was so insane. My mantra has always been, if I can do it, you can do it too. But I think at the time I was still in a bit of shock and disbelief that this was my real life. I knew that this was for real when I finally got my first YouTube check, and I got the biggest order I have ever seen come through to my website, which was for $1,500 worth of lip gloss. My goal was to take up space. Take up space on your TV screen and social media feeds. You were going to know me and what I was working on. I was posting consistently whether I got the views and likes or not. And my goal was to take up space. Okay, yeah. So my goal was to take up space, get as many orders as possible, of course. I knew this was for real when I finally got my first YouTube check and I got the biggest order I have ever seen come through to my website, which was for $1,500 worth of lip gloss. My goal was to take up space. Get as many orders as possible, of course, but take up space on your TV screen and social media feeds. You were going to know me and what I was working on, how many orders I was making. Okay, my goal was to take up space. Get as many orders as possible, of course, but take up space on your TV screen and social media feeds. You were going to know me and what I was working on, how many orders I was making on a daily basis, how many orders I was dropping off to the post office. I was just posting consistently whether I got the views and likes or not. I worked constantly, having over 100 orders at a time, day in and day out, to the point where I had to teach my mom and best friend how to make lip gloss because I physically could not produce all of those orders. We came up with a whole system, all of those orders by myself, because I physically could not produce all of those orders by myself. We came up with the whole system in a few short months of this, and I was approved for my dream apartment. I was over the moon that I finally had my own space, and I was even able to get my first office space. I was ordering thousands of lip gloss tubes at a time, and I needed more storage and more space to work and film. This was honestly the best time of my life. Now, as you may know, entrepreneur life has its ups and downs. And while things were up for a good while, the wave is always going to crash down at some point. Things started to slow down, and here I was on my own and paying all the bills by myself. And things became a bit of a struggle. I looked at myself, and as much as I didn't want to, I knew I had to start thinking about getting a 9-to-5 again so that I could have some sort of stability. So that's exactly what I did. And the truth of the situation is that as an entrepreneur, you have to make sacrifices. Sometimes things have to be put on the back burner until you can get back to them. The reality of working a 9-to-5 as a creative is that you most likely don't want to be spending all day doing what others are telling you to do. It drains your energy on a new level, or at least that's how it was for me. But I always hold on until I can't hold anymore, and once it's time to take that leap of faith again, I do it. I said all that to say, I have gone back and forth a handful of times between working a 9-to-5 and being a full-time content creator and entrepreneur. But most recently, I felt different. I'm in a whole different era of my life, and I am ready to take my content and my businesses to a new level, which would be unattainable if I was also working a 9-to-5. As much as I love to think I'm a superwoman and a multitasker and can do anything that I put my mind to, there's just not enough hours in the day. I make a lot of my products by hand, which adds another physical toll to me, as well as my body. Which adds another physical toll. Okay, yeah. I make a lot of my products by hand, which adds another physical toll, and my body needs to rest in order for me to be able to work the next day. So I made the decision to let that 9-to-5 go and really embrace this new chapter of my life. and really embrace this next chapter of my life. What makes this better is that I have an amazing team supporting me. There was a point in time where asking for help was just not something that I enjoy doing. The things I do, like filming or making lip gloss, take hours and hours on end, and I never wanted to feel like a burden to any of my loved ones. But they see my vision. They know what I am producing takes work, and they stand 10 toes down for me, which I am so grateful for. It's great to be optimistic, eager, and hungry, but the moment that I started to actually be realistic with myself is when my crown became even more powerful. Being more intentional and properly planning has allowed me to accomplish even more on a daily basis and gives me more confidence in myself. I know that I can get up and achieve everything on my to-do list because it's not running a mile long each day anymore. It's important to give yourself grace and love on yourself in anything that you are doing. Knowing that you're not perfect and that things will not always go to plan will save you a few crash outs and a few mental breakdowns. Now, don't get it twisted. I am still a Pisces and perfectionist. I will do absolutely everything in my power to get things done how I want them. But as I get older, I am constantly working on not stressing myself out over things that I can't control. With that being said, I want you to know that you are fully equipped to become that girl or that guy. It's a matter of trusting yourself and your instincts. It's a matter of trusting yourself and your instincts, making the decision to dedicate yourself to an ongoing journey, and to be vulnerable enough to put yourself out there. That's so many words. Okay. It's a matter of trusting yourself and your instincts and making the decision to dedicate yourself to an ongoing journey. You have to be vulnerable enough to put yourself out there and be ready to go on a wild ride. Okay, with that being said, I want you to know that you are fully equipped to become that girl or that guy. It's a matter of trusting yourself and your instincts and making the decision to dedicate yourself to an ongoing journey. You have to be vulnerable enough to put yourself out there and be ready to go on a wild ride. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope that it could inspire you even just a little bit and give you that push that you need. And any questions for me? So let's open it up to Q&A. Okay. So that's really, really good. I'm supposed to have like a 20-minute segment and then open up for Q&A. So I think I'm kind of like right at the sweet spot, and I'm hoping that I don't like get nervous and start going way too fast. You know what I mean? But overall, this kind of tells my story. We get into the gist of it a little bit. You know, we kind of just, we get into it. Yeah. I need to talk about how I've been at each Own Your Crown. I went to high school with a lot of the people that run this organization, and it is honestly so cool to see my fellow peers doing amazing things. I have also been present at Own Your Crown from the beginning, so it's a full circle moment to be here speaking to you today. Perfect. All right, y'all. So this is my speech. I'm about to just go through this a couple more times and kind of tweak it, but we are going to also, I need to glue this beanie, which I'll do. I put all the cameras on the charger, power banks on the charger, all of the things. Charging up the Osmo Pocket. Is it even plugged in? Like, hello? Oh, it's on 100%. Charging the Osmo Pocket, also charging the battery handle because I need everything to be charged. All right, so I think that is gonna be the last update for me. I don't know how I can show y'all me putting these labels on. Maybe I'll move y'all down a little bit like this. Move y'all down a little bit or whatever. I'm just gonna do this really quickly. I made like what, 90 glosses, I think. It's not gonna be a quick and easy task. It'll be easy but not quick, you know. So I'm going to put these on there, but I'm also gonna like sit and whatever we decide to watch, like I'm just gonna multitask with this. But here is our brown camera. Here's our brown gloss. I had like what, 2 holographic squeeze tubes, I think, which is fine. But there is our holographic, and I have a ton of these sticker labels, and I am so happy that we're doing this because again, I'm just trying to free myself of the things that I know like I'm not gonna order again because I figured out the stickers for squeeze tubes and stuff that I do want to use. I'm just happy to like, again, what did I say in my speech? Move on to the next chapter of my life. Here is the deep pink, super cute. So those are the 3 squeeze tubes. Now let me find my way to the bottom of this for the matte charcoal. Again, have not used these tubes in so long, so I'm like, girl, we're just going with the freaking flow, okay? We're gonna put it in the middle and call it mother freaking beautiful. They're $2 glosses, come on. Oh, but it's so cute. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. They're so cute. Oh my God. Do we need to put these back in the rotation or what? What are we doing? Do we need to really put this back in rotation? This feels so nostalgic because it's just like, I really don't even do this anymore unless I am preparing for pop-up shops. These are so cute. Yeah, y'all know I don't really do this unless I'm doing pop-up shops because I have my tubes that are printed with my logo and everything, but like, this is honestly amazing. So happy that I decided to make the brown because I just know somebody's gonna ask, y'all. Somebody's gonna ask for a brown and we're gonna be like, yup, we got it. Hell you talking about. Hell you talking about. And then another thing to keep in mind as an entrepreneur, right? It's always about what's gonna work best for your business. So I am over here doing a tier system as far as the prices for tomorrow. Like I told y'all, the matte the charcoal wand tubes will be $2. My squeeze tubes will be $5. So knowing that people love nudes, I'm gonna make a few extra dollars, you feel me, because of the fact that they'll have to buy a squeeze tube to get the brown. You see how you can kind of capitalize on your inventory and what you have available at the time just by making simple decisions like that. Woo child. All the lip glosses have labels on them. Everything is packed up. I found my large shopping bags that I was looking for. I don't know if I said that already or not, but I did find them. And I just cleared off this table that we need to take tomorrow. So everything is good. I'm about to call it a night. It is now 11:01. So knocking out. Probably gonna be up by like 6 to start just getting my mind right. You know, doing a little Beyonce. I mean, camera died last night right on time and I was not about to change the battery. It is now like 8 in the morning. Zaraya's here. We're about to do makeup. I got my coffee. I gotta dump my memory card for the Osmo Pocket because that's what we're using today. And everything is charged up. Charging banks, cameras, camera, power handles, all the things. I'm feeling very prepared right now, okay? So we gotta get this beat together. I just got out the shower, did my little skincare, and I need the caffeine right now because I'm so tired, oh my God. You see the vibes? She's getting me together, as she always does, you know? I don't know how people do it. How do y'all do this to yourselves? I don't know. I don't see the face the same from my eyeballs. Tight shit. The lip line. Get into it, yeah. What the fuck I should do my lip line? We are getting the lip combo together. Smudge lipstick on the lips though. Precision. That's good. Period. Hold on, let's do pink. Y'all see it. Pigment. Period. She's ready. She's ready. Let's do it. We have to end this vlog expeditiously. Facts. We have gotten ready. We done got prepared. We done made lip gloss. We done packed everything up. We done looked at all the inventory. This video is over. We about to start a new video for the day. Because, of course, we're going to be vlogging all day today. I need all my stuff to stop running. Nose, eye, all of it needs to just stop. Anyways, thank y'all for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. And I will see y'all in the next video.